This is going to surprise some of you, and some of you just plain aren't going to believe this because you've seen otherwise. But I have a high degree of social anxiety, and I've never really talked about this all that much, but I think it's time, because one of the things that I realized last year, during that year I took off not drinking alcohol and being sober for the entire year, was how much I used alcohol as a social lubricant. I know people talk about that, but for me it was very real, and it became very apparent at some of the events we went to, where if I didn't know people, I just kind of shrink into the corner. I can't wait to get out of there. And I know people that come into the gym, or if you have seen me in public and I know you, or maybe even if I didn't know you, but you came up and maybe asked a fitness question, you're watching this video and you're like, that doesn't even make any sense. Well, those scenarios are scenarios I'm in control of. But when you see me other times, I'm usually alone, or I'm with Shauna. I'm in here this morning, just finished my warm-up, training alone. I run alone. I go hiking alone. I hunt alone. I'm alone a lot, and I'm comfortable there. Being out in groups of people, especially people I don't know, sober, is very uncomfortable for me, and it's something that I'm much more aware of now, so I'm making more efforts, but it comes out still. I realized that this weekend I went to an event with a friend of mine called the Barstool Races, and I got home, I'm like, I didn't really even talk to anybody. Like, I saw people, but I never want to interrupt anybody. Like, if I see people in a conversation, I'm not the person just to walk up to say hi, to just say hi, because they're involved in a conversation, and I don't want to take them away from their focus, which is the person that they're talking to. When it comes to some of these things, I guess I don't understand, or I'm not comfortable with what the protocols should be. I don't know how to start conversations with strangers. Like I said, I don't want to interrupt people. I don't want to, jump into spaces where I wasn't invited. So I don't. And I just kind of hang around the periphery and watch what's happening, and then kind of figure things out from there. So, well, I don't know why I'm putting this out there, other than I think there's a lot of other people that navigate social anxiety. And if you don't know that, it can come across as being arrogant. Especially, I'm not small. Like 6 feet, 250 pounds. I'm not small. I think sometimes even in a corner, I probably stand out. I wear a little bit of a resting bitch face, probably. And it probably kind of just makes me look like a jerk off. And it sucks. But it's one of those scenarios where it's like, better to be the jerk off that I know than to try to go put myself in a situation where I become a jerk off to those other people because of something I said, or something I laughed at that was inappropriate, or any of a number of different things that make me very uncomfortable, potentially revealing to strangers, intentionally or unintentionally. So that's all I got. If you navigate social anxiety, it sucks, it's not fun, but it is something we can work on. It is not an end-all be-all. There are protocols to this. There are things we can do. We can make ourselves uncomfortable periodically and try it. Doesn't mean you have to do it every time, but the more we do it, I have gotten a little bit better. I have approached a few people over the course of the last year, especially the second half of 2024, just to talk about my gym. So we can work through it, but just like anything, you've got to keep showing up. You've got to make it sustainable, which means you don't schedule yourself to go to a big event and party and put yourself in that situation necessarily every fucking day, but you do have to kind of do it consistently, try to build up a little bit from where you left off before, and probably the most important thing, acknowledge it. And if it is a behavior you want to change, acknowledge it's a behavior you want to change, because that's okay too. Let's have a Monday.